If you've ever wanted a build where every single unit is interchangeable, Noble plus Ace is the most flexible combo in merge tactics. The Noble plus Ace build is very, very expensive. It's also very, very flexible. So this build is extremely expensive, like I said, and the least expensive build you can get is an average elixir cost of 3.7, and the most expensive build is an average elixir cost of 4.2. So that most expensive build is absolutely crazy, but the least expensive build, 3.7, that is actually doable. But the good thing about this is all these cards are interchangeable. They all align with each other as far as traits go. I think we can get a win here. Really with the, I'm playing with Spirit Empress today, and I'm also playing not on my main account, so I'm not at Diamond on this account. Just to be able to get this build, for sure get the build and be able to showcase it to you a little bit better than I could if I was playing at the Diamond level. Okay, not great for us. He had Assassin there. I wasn't really expecting that, and I think our opponent is going to win this round. That's why it always helps to check your opponents, guys. Always check your opponents. I'm too busy cycling, trying to find elixir here. We're actually going to cycle that. Princess should take out the wizard in the back, which will be helpful. Bandit dashing is always helpful with a stun, and we do get the win there. All right, we're getting closer and closer to this build. We're still kind of elixir starved right now, honestly, though. All right, we do have a 3-star executioner, but this Golden Knight is a little worrisome for me. No match for the 3-star executioner and the fighting forever modifier. Executioner is just going to go absolutely ham here. All right, we are going to try to grab Monk here just to get that final ace piece out there. There's Monk. All right, we do have the full ace here. Our opponent, I don't know what he's doing. He's leaving units out for some reason. And we are going to get the win here. So I didn't quite get to show the full power of this. We ended it in round 7, so we ended it relatively quickly. But we'll play another one. Like I mentioned before, this is an extremely expensive build. So with this build, it's not like you're going to go for this build in every circumstance. You get the goblins out there just in the nick of time. You're not going to go for this build in every circumstance. You'd be better to go for this build in something like, you know, Huddle Up or Lucky Discount, one of those modifiers. Or if you're playing Spirit Empress and you're really good at cycling, or you're late game and you need to pivot to a build, just go for the Noble or the Ace, and you're going to be in a good spot because, like I said, they are all interchangeable. That is what is so good about this build. So we do have 2 goblins in there, but I think we can win this, especially with the added DPS from the Dark Goblin. I think we're going to be able to win this. Yeah. Again, not a great run in the shop, but it looks like our opponent here has had kind of the same luck we had there. Nothing in the shop. So I think we are going to win this round. So with this Noble Ace trait build, it is interchangeable, and like I said before, you've got your pick between either full Ace or full Noble, whichever way you decide to go. And then from there, oh, we got a 3-star Mega Knight. That is amazing for us. Just gonna put that out there for now. So I got lost in the cycling, but what I was gonna say is with this build, you have the choice of either full Ace or full Brawler, and then depending on which one you choose, you're going to get either half Ace or sorry, full Ace or full Noble. If you go full Ace, you're going to get half Noble, and then you get the choice of either Blaster, Brawler, Assassin, or Superstar. You get the choice of any of those half traits to fill out the rest of your build. So very versatile build for sure. All right, we're just going to continue to cycle in the shop as this goes on. We're going to look for our Ace / Noble troops. Do find a P.E.K.K.A. We are going to get a 3-star Prince. Not a P.E.K.K.A, a Bandit. I'm losing my mind here. Get a 3-star Bandit as well. Get the Monk out there. We've got the 4. So now, as you see, we've got 4 Aces. And then we get half Brawler, half Noble, half Superstar. So just depending on what we put out there, right? The other 2 cards that we don't have out there, if we switch them in, we would get a different half trait. So let's say that the 2 cards we don't have in there, one of them is Golden Knight. Let's say if we put the Golden Knight in, we would take away, depending on what troop we take, let's say we took away the Musketeer for the Gold Knight, we would lose Superstar, but we would gain Assassin. You're always going to have either full Noble or full Ace, or half Noble and half Ace, depending on which one you go full there. And then, like I said before, you've got your 4 choices between Brawler, Blaster, Superstar, and Assassin to round out those other 2 half traits, depending on what troops you put in. But all of these troops are capable of interchanging and putting them in, and they all gel with each other. That's what makes this trait, these 2 traits, so compatible together. Game 3 of the most compatible 2 traits in the game, Ace plus Noble. We'll see what happens here. Like I said, we're playing the Spirit Empress, so the beginning of the game, the beginning of these matches for me, I'm basically just cycling through as fast as I can, trying to gain as much elixir as I can early on. That way we can have enough elixir to buy these expensive troops later on in the game. All right, unfortunately we didn't find much in the shop there. We do have all 1 stars out on the field, and my opponent does have a 2-star Archer Queen, so I imagine he's going to win this relatively easily. But we'll see. I don't know. We're definitely going to take the loss here. Unfortunately for us, again, all 1 stars out on the field. We just could not find the merges we needed. Merges are hard to come by this game, so hopefully we can hang around. Looks like we might. Are we gonna win this? Somehow we won that. We finally got some 2 stars on the field. I can't believe it. Maybe we can win this. We do also have a decent amount of our Noble Ace units so far, so keep working on that. This is gonna be a close match between the Musketeer and the Archer Queen here. Frenzy time. Archer Queen wins it, just barely. All right, we do have 3 Nobles in there. Gonna kind of cycle through a little slower here on the bench, trying to make sure we are gonna be able to get our all 4 Nobles in. Are we gonna win this round? I think we are, man. This is like painfully slow. Okay, well, our 2 assassins jump into the back line. Our prince knocked the goblin machine right into our assassin, so that wasn't good, but we are going to get the win here, it looks like. We've got just enough stun to be able to get the win here. 3 stun units in is actually 4 stun units in the game right there. We've got Bandit, Prince, Mega Knight, and Musketeer, so it's a lot of stun. We are going against the opponent who's out, so that is good news for us. All right, I might put Executioner in instead of the Mega Knight. I think that might be the play. All right, we do get our first 3-star there. Let me get the Golden Knight there. Perfect. We 3-star the Golden Knight. 3-star the Executioner. Got a couple of 3-stars that round. Opponent is just not ready for the assassin there, and we are going to win this easily. Extremely easily. You can see like how good this build is, especially when you start to get it all 3-starred. This build becomes extremely, extremely dominant. This build can even take out the 6-trait build, so very, very strong build. All in all, it is just extremely expensive. It's the only real downfall to this. All right, we should win this relatively easily, I would think. And we do. That Golden Knight just goes crazy. There's a lot of stun in this build, so a lot of really high HP units too. My favorite part of this Ace Noble build is the Bandit, Golden Knight, Assassin jump. A lot of players still are not expecting that, even with how good the Golden Knight and the Bandit are after the buff there with the Bandit. So you can really catch some players off guard with that Assassin in there. But just all in all, I feel like this build is extremely good. The reason why this build is not in the top 3 metas is because it is just too expensive. Like I said, if you get a good modifier, you get the lucky discount, you get the huddle up, this build becomes viable. If you're a really, really good Spirit Empress player, this build can become viable. I, on the other hand, am kind of not the best Spirit Empress player, so I don't incorporate this build into my 3 main builds that much just because it is so expensive. But when I do play Lucky Discount, I seem to always go for this build. It is very, very strong, and it is very, very flexible. If you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing, drop this video a like, and until next time, we'll see you later.